The center pin was too long. The Steam Deck would take a screenshot whenever you press the Steam button. Not cool, Steam Deck. This is my initial inspection. I'm just going to look over the board and see what is left of the traces, what's left of the ground pads. I notice there's some leftover pins still in the ground pads, so I'm going to remove those. I have a close-up shot. I'm pointing at the actual pins that are still stuck in there. I'm going to attempt to remove it. The customer told me this was a pretty hard thing to do. Remove as much of the untinned or unleaded solder as you can. Have a enchilada and then use your air gun to put the braided wire earthquake directly in the pins. Just kind of push the leftover components out the back with the wire. I soldered all 4 corners, then used a bit of magnet wire to connect the center pin to the button. Now I'm going to paint on a bit of Mechanics UV masking to mask off the parts that I've been working on. I'm going to cure this with a bit of UV light, and it's going to turn into a solid, which will insulate the electricity. So try number 2. I got the Steam Deck back the next day. The person who owned it said that it still takes screenshots whenever you click the button. Even though I replaced the button with a brand new one, the problem still remains. So I got the entire unit back so I can inspect it and figure out what in the world is going on. I'd never worked on a Steam Deck before, so I'm taking a little while to just admire it, figure out how it's put together, how it operates. It's very nice looking. I really want one. So this is me taking it apart. I do have a little issue with the shoulder button. You'll see in a second. I actually go on the internet. Can't really figure out how to get this thing apart. Going on the internet for advice is a really good idea. I mean, sometimes anyway. So yeah, it turns out you just kind of take it off. You just kind of pull it off and it comes off. So I did that. Okay, so here is the part in question. This is the same board I was working on previously. I'm here to inspect it again. I'm going to look even closer and figure out what I did. Oh, hey, look, there's my cat link. What I did and what I can do. I don't see anything. Nothing obvious anyway. I do see some residual flux, so I'm going to attempt to clean off the flux. Flux can sometimes harden, get tacky, and get in the way. Stop an electrical signal. I dip the whole thing in alcohol and use my heat gun to just evaporate everything. And no change. Still takes a screenshot. What to do? Well, I gotta turn it off first. Here goes. Takes a while. I'm not entirely sure a Steam Deck is supposed to take over a minute to shut down. The fan's still spinning. It's coming up on 3 minutes now. It's still on. 4 minutes? Okay, how about 5 minutes? Yep.
So this Steam Deck is not powering down. I've given it like 2 minutes or so, right? Okay, as if on cue.
Finally, I can get the board out and I can test this button. Brand new button. What's wrong with it?
Oh, it's shorted.
Yeah, the button was connected directly to ground. I don't know how.
No way.
Yeah, it's obvious I don't believe this is shorted, so enjoy me probing around for a little while until I come to my senses and just take the thing off.
Okay, so this is stuck down, huh?
No, John, it's not stuck down. Just take the button off. Here we go. I see the problem almost immediately. I can't hardly believe it, and I'm gonna get a picture. Here's the board. Here's the button. Here's how they fit together. The center pin here connects to this trace right here, and in the corners, all 4 of these get connected to the ground plane. This is where the short occurred. This pin is actually in a different place on the OEM button, and so the intersection occurs right where the ground plane meets the pin. I don't think there's any way I can modify this pin, but I'm going to look anyway. I'm still not convinced it's not shorted internally, so I'm just going to check it really quick. The only realistic solution is to just take away a little bit of the ground pad so that's not intersecting the pin. I found the exact button. It's on Amazon. This thing is used in switches and it's used in the Steam Deck. It's not purpose built for the Steam Deck, but if you do order this, you will probably have to make the same modification. All I plan on doing is cutting just a little bit of the ground pad away. That way the center pin does not make contact with it, thus shorting the thing out. If you have a Steam Deck and it starts taking screenshots after you repair your trigger, this is probably why. Here's a close-up of what I plan to do. I'm going to take a razor blade right here, scrape away that, and then remove the pad. It seems a little destructive, I know, but this will actually help you save weight. Imagine your Steam Deck is going to be 0.001 ounces lighter than your friends. I'm really taking my time here. This clip is set to 3000% speed. Always a good idea to test the part you just fixed. I'm going to do a beep test, make sure that there's no short still, and I'm going to press the button, beep, just to make sure that it actually works as it's supposed to. Now I can put it back together. This is not fully assembled yet. Notice the triggers are missing. It is enough so I could still test it and make sure that my job is done. And there you go. No more screenshots unless you do the corded button press yourself. I believe on the Steam Deck you could actually hold the right trigger and then press the Steam button to take a screenshot. This has been Sagebrush Repair. I've been John, and I hope you enjoyed my fix of a Steam Deck right trigger button. Take care. Thanks for watching.